So in our song that I'm going to play for you, it goes, my roots go down. And when we start, we're going to be seated. And we're just going to bring our arms all the way up to the sky and down to the ground. So we're going to do that a few times. My roots go down, down to the earth, okay? The next line is, my trunk stands strong in the wind. So we'll come up and we'll be trees. And when our trunk stands tall in the wind, we'll be our tree. And we'll maybe pretend there's a little wind going on. So we'll get to move around a little bit. My branches reach for the sky. Let's do one up and then the other one up for that. And my leaves, they turn to the light. So we'll turn one direction and then we'll turn the other direction. My fruits I give from the heart. So we'll do a forward fold and then we'll come up and make a little heart. And my seeds, they bring forth new life. So we'll start in seed pose, really tiny, and then we'll grow and grow into, oh, hello, into tree, okay? All right, I'm gonna put the music on. You can give me a thumbs up if you hear it, okay?
Okay, wait for the music and then I'll see if we can hear it.
Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, we're gonna start seated.
Right.
Arms down to the ground. Down, down to the earth. Down, down to the earth.
Down to the earth, my roots go down, down to the earth, my roots go down, down to the earth, my roots go down.
We're gonna be a tree.
My trunk stands strong, strong in the wind.
My trunk stands strong in the wind.
My trunk stands strong, strong in the wind.
Bring your leg up if you can into tree. Switch legs. We're gonna reach to one side and the other side. Other side. Forward fold from my heart. Forward fold, heart. Nice job. Let's come down into seed. Tiny seed. Stretch up, stretch up, stretch up. Let me see you grow into a strong tree. We'll do it one more time. Come down into your tiny seed and stretch up. Okay, let's come to wide leg. We're gonna stretch to one side, lift it up tall, other side. This is in Hebrew, so I don't know the words. Let's give it a back bend and a forward fold. and roll up again. Now we're gonna try to put them all together. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna take a warrior two.
Right.
Nice. And then coming to the other side. Warrior two to the other side. Nice. Come back up. Wide-legged forward fold. Take out your arms. Now we're going to go down to the earth. My trunk's staying tall in the wind. My branches reach for the sky. Reach. They turn the other way. Oh, my seeds bring forth new life. I messed that one up a little bit. I forgot they were doing them all. Come and have a seat.
Sit down. I'm doing yoga, kids yoga.
I'm going to read you some of a book, and it's got lots of animals. Clara, do you have a favorite animal?
Yes, it's giraffe. Giraffes.
A giraffe? That's one of my favorite animals, too.
Oh.
So let's see if we can find giraffe in here. I'm sure he's in here. This is a book about taking care of the earth, and it's called Care for Our World. I feel certain there's a giraffe in here. I don't see him right now. Anyway, we'll put a giraffe in anyway. Oh, here he is. So if you can see that, he's up at the very top of the page there. So we're going to go through a lot of animals in this story. And let me start from the beginning. We probably won't go through the whole book, but we'll get a lot done.
Yeah.
Okay. Care for our world, for you and for me, for all living things, from mountain to sea. So let's come in mountain pose, way up to the sky with our arms, reaching nice and tall. There's our mountain pose. Maybe there's an animal that lives up there, maybe an eagle. And then in the sea, we might have lots of different critters, and we'll do crab pose. So come on down to seat for an animal in the sea, and we'll come up on our hands and our legs, our hands and our feet, and we'll walk a little this way, and we'll walk a little this way, and walk back to center, and we'll go forward, and we'll go back. Nice, and then we'll have a seat. Nice work. Let's see what else we have in here. For blossoms and berries and veggies that grow, for orchards and forests and grass that we mow. So in this picture, I see some trees. We did a lot of tree pose already, but I also see a fox in a tree. So who could think of a fox pose? What do you think fox pose might look like?
What do you think, Clara? You come up with it.
How many legs does he have?
How many legs does a fox have? 4. 4 legs.
Right? So we could
what
come on our hands and our knees, right? And we could make our leg, our back leg, our big fluffy tail. We could wag it like a doggy. And then foxes are very, very quiet. And so we'll move really slow and quiet like a fox. Nice job. Good job, fox. Oh, wrong book. Okay. For kittens and puppies rabbits and puppies, for turtles and hamsters and goldfish and guppies. Let's do cat pose. You guys probably know this by heart. So on all fours, we're going to round up our back, tuck our chin, and say meow. And drop down into our happy cat and say meow again. Meow. Your rounded back cat. And back into your soft back cat. Maybe wants to be pet, maybe, I bet.
Yeah, it does.
They always do, right? They always do,
Yeah.
except when they don't want anything to do with us, right? Care for all creatures, no matter how small.
Ooh.
The earth is their backyard and home for us all. So this is about living with other beings on the planet together peacefully. There's a tiny little bumblebee here, tiny little honeybee maybe. And so we're going to learn bumblebee breath today. So have a comfy seat. The first thing we're going to do is just make a little humming sound with our voice. So our lips are soft and our teeth are apart, and we're just going to go, and we're going to feel it in our lips a little bit like a vibration. And then we're going to close the rest of our senses out. So that means we won't be able to see. We're going to cover our eyes. And we won't be able to hear what's outside. We're just going to hear what's inside. So put your thumbs in your ear like you're going like that. And then cover your eyes. Don't push hard, just really slight, really very gently closing the ear. And then cover your eyes. And now let's make that hum again. And that's our bumblebee breath. How'd that feel? It tickles my lips a little. But it's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to help us get all the extra distractions out and focus on just our breath. For spiders and butterflies, cute ladybugs, for scampering crickets, and slippery slugs. I'm not crazy about slippery slugs, I have to tell you. They're not my favorite. But I do like butterflies. So let's do butterfly pose with the soles of our feet together and our knees gently pressing outward. And we can sit up nice and tall and we can flap our butterfly wings. Nice butterflies. I'm going to come to the giraffe page. Hang on. Okay. For lions and leopards and graceful giraffes, for hyenas and monkeys who make us all laugh. So here's the giraffe pose that I know. You might know a different one. The one that I know starts in downward facing dog, and then we take one leg up and we pretend that that's our neck. So at the end of our neck is a foot. But we're going to pretend it's a head. And our giraffe is going to chomp, chomp, chomp on some leaves with one leg. And then we'll switch it out and make the other one his neck and head and chomp, chomp, chomp on some leaves with the other leg.
Chomp, 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 chomp. Eat it.
Good job. Good eating, giraffe. And then lion. You guys know lion's breath, I bet. So in lion's breath, we make a big roar. We take a breath through the nose. And we let it out like this. Oh, you guys sound awesome. Do one more. Good job. And let's see, one more animal here. Oh, monkey. What do you think a monkey would look like if you had to do a monkey pose? Yes, exactly. Great monkey.
You tap your head and pat yourself.
So we could scratch our head. We could scratch our side. and making that noise, exactly. And we could swing maybe from one tree to another tree. That would be so fun.
Ooh, let's get some bananas. Because monkeys like love bananas.
Monkeys do like bananas, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Bananas are one of the favorites, I think, right?
Yeah, but they put it in the forest when they're done with it.
For brave daddy penguins with eggs on their feet, for seals and blue whales who dive down to eat.
Well, whales are dangerous because, you know, there's a monster seal.
Can't even see if I'm showing you that right. So how about, what would penguin pose look like, do you think? That's what I was thinking too. Good job. So penguin pose, we would waddle around a little bit with straight legs. They are so cute. And for seal pose, we could come down onto our hands and, let me get this right, stretch our legs out and ark, 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 exactly, just like that, kind of bark like a dog. Yeah, good.
If you call your mom.
Yeah. Wonder what they're talking about when they do that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Please care for all people and all living things with leaves, legs, or feathers, arms, fins, or wings. This is their world, and it's yours and it's mine. If we all treat it gently, it will last a long time.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Wait.
What kind of animals do you see in here that we should do one more pose? Zebra, piggy, turtle?
Turtle.
Turtle? Good choice. So turtle, we're going to sit with our legs open like we did in butterfly. Back. And we're going to take our hands and dive down into this pool that we made, and then slide our hands underneath, reaching forward. So we get a stretch back. So then you can flip your palms up so they're facing up, and you can pull yourself in down towards your feet. Don't pull so hard that it hurts. Just pull a little bit and let your head rest. Your back is your turtle shell. Your arms are your turtle legs, and your head is your turtle head. Now when we're ready to come out of our shell, we're going to pop out and look around, make sure it's safe, and then we'll come up nice and tall into our seated pose. I'm going to read you a story that I really love, and then we can act it out after we read it one time, so we kind of get the hang of the story, okay? Okay, so get in your story listening position. One day, there was a little elephant boy, and his name was Ganesha. He went off to play in the woods of Mount Kailasa where he lived. He was a mischievous little boy, and he especially loved to run and play and pretend that he was a warrior. One day he took out his play bow and arrow. What can I hunt, he thought. He spotted a little white cat and immediately pursued it. That means he chased after it. He shot little arrows at the cat, and the cat ran off terrified. But Ganesha thought the cat was having fun, so he continued to search for it and found the little cat shaking in fear behind a tree. Aha, I found you, he cried, and again shot arrows at the cat, but the little cat, so terrified, ran off. Ganesha found the cat under a log, and this time he pounced on the cat and rubbed its little body in the dirt and then threw it up in the air. The cat ran off, and Ganesha could not find it again. Well, he said, that was no fun. and he went back home. When he got there, he saw his mother, Parvati. He stopped in his tracks when he saw what she looked like. She had mud stains on her face and hands and scratches all over her arms. "Mother, what happened to you?" Ganesha asked. Parvati looked at herself and said, "I don't know. Did you do this to me?" "Me?" Ganesha exclaimed. "Why, no." But just then he looked down at his feet and said, "Oh, but you know what? I was rather rough with our cat today." "Ah," said his mother, gathering him up in her arms. "Now I understand. You know, Ganesha, I am this whole world, not just your mother. My body is this whole earth. Anytime you do anything to it, you hurt me. You see, I was that little cat too. So anything you did to it, you did to me." "Oh, now I understand. My actions really do matter. I'm so sorry, Mother. I will not do it again." Mother said, "It's impossible not to do any harm to everything, but we can be very aware of our actions so that we do as little harm as possible." Ganesha thanked his mother for the lesson. He went off again to play with the little cat, but without his bows and arrows. So in our story, Ganesh was an elephant boy. So let's come and do elephant pose. Elephant pose, we have our arms nice and long like our trunk, and we can swing them side to side. And this is elephant breath. When we take a deep breath with elephant pose, we bow down, take the water from the stream with our trunk, and then we rise up and we spray our backs with it. So we open nice and wide and exhale. Inhale, come on down, soak up all that water. Exhale, bring your trunk back up and spray your back. Let's do that one more time. It's one of my favorites. It just makes me feel really good. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, spray your back with that cool water. Nice. And then come back up to center. He liked to play that he was a warrior. So we know warrior pose, right? One leg is going to bend. The other leg will stay straight. And we'll go way, way, way down there. And hold our pose because we're so strong. Good job holding your warrior. Let's come to the other side. Do warrior on the other side. Bend your knee, come down, down, down. Straight leg in the back, bent knee in the front. Nice warriors, you guys. A whole warrior family here. And now let's come to our first side, and we're going to pretend we have a bow and arrow, just a play bow and arrow. So we'll reach our back hand forward, and we'll pull way, way, way back. And then we'll let go. And the arrow will go in the air. Other side, arms come out. Back arm comes forward, holding on to the string, pull back, 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 and let it go. Nice work. Then, who did he find when he was out playing? A little white kitty, right? So here's our little kitty pose again, rounded back. She was very shy and she was very scared. And she didn't like when she got pushed into the dirt. Then he came home and he saw his mother. His mother was the whole world. The whole big wide world. And she told him that when you do something to one animal, you do it to the whole world. When you do it to one person, you hurt the whole world. So we try to be as careful as we can with what we do and the words that we say. You bring your arms all the way down and give your body a shake. And let's come into, I know, do you think you guys could find a little stuffed animal to put on your tummies?
Claire has lots of stuffed animals.
Would you bring one back for us? And you could bring one for Katie and Mama too if you wanted.
Okay, I put it back.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Okay.
It's just so we can do that.
Hurry, Clara. Got it? Okay. She was so excited for yoga this morning. Yes, Clara was very excited.
I'm so happy about that.
Okay. Which one can I have? This is this. Oh, nice. This is mine. Thank you. I got a teddy bear.
A teddy bear. A purple teddy bear. That's beautiful.
I got it
So
for my friend.
let's pretend today that we're really taking care of those animals and think about what they might like. How would they like to relax today? I bet they'd all like to probably lie down, I'm thinking. And so if you like, you can lie down on your back and put your little breathing buddy on your belly. We'll call them breathing buddies now. Now they're our breathing friends. And I'm going to sit up, but I'm going to watch you guys lying down. So don't worry, you don't have to sit up like me. You can just relax your body. And with your little animal on your belly, imagine how he would feel if you breathed in really deep and he went up to the sky for a ride. Oh, Clara, you did it exactly like I was saying. And then when you breathe out, your breathing buddy drops down a little bit towards the ground. And they, I bet, think this is a really fun activity. They kind of relax with their breath. And it's really good for our bodies because we're slowing down our breath and paying attention to it. And then see if maybe you can hear some sounds in your room. You might hear the birds in my yard. They're super loud today. And you might even hear your own breath. And when we breathe in, we'll think of the word calm. And when we breathe out, we'll think of the word happy. Breathing in calm, breathing out happiness. We're going to take about 5 more breaths, nice and still, just listening to our own heart, our own breath. Giving our little animal friends a nice little treat with a little rest in the middle of their busy morning. And we'll take hold of our little breathing buddy friend and give him a nice little hug and thank him for helping us relax and learn how to relax and watch our breath, which you guys are really pretty good at because you've been doing it for a long time. And then we'll bring our knees into our chest and give him a nice hug. And you can roll around like Happy Piggy in a mud. Karen, that mom is so mean. Look at her. Knocking all the other piggies over. And then come on up to your seat.
My mom always pushed me up.
She did.
Yeah.
she really rammed into you. She was a pretty ferocious piggy, if you ask me.
Stop or she's not gonna get any more chili ones.
Well, that's what happens. Let's bring our hands into our heart. And we'll tap really gently right here on this part of our sternum. You can actually hear it when you tap. And we'll keep ourselves strong and healthy. This is supposed to help our immune system, keep us fighting off germs and keeping strong and healthy in our body. And then we'll bring our hands into stillness. Do you guys remember the Namaste song? My Little Light? I bet. Okay, so let's sing that together. My little light bows to your little light, your little light, your little light. My little light bows to your little light. Namaste. Awesome job, you guys.
Rainbow clap.
Do you round of applause? Thank you.